kings and queens, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new segment I like to call Stories Time with Sierra.
Story Time with Sierra.
This is a new segment that I'll be doing where basically I just tell you guys a very exciting, dramatic, scary, sad, probably not sad, we don't want that, a story that happened to me in my lifetime. I've been around this earth for about 16 years now, so I got a few stories up my sleeve. The story that I'll be telling you guys is the time I flew to LA, got lost at Santa Monica Pier, and met Zendaya all in the same week. So I flew to LA, it was July 11th or 13th of 2013, and I was very ugly. Okay, here's a picture. Yeah, look at the glow up.
Okay.
So, flew there with my family. It was me, my dad, my mom, and my two sisters. We flew to LA because it was a family reunion on my mom's side. Well, more like my grandmother, my mom's side of the family. And so I was so excited because back then I did not really know much about YouTube. I just heard of Daily Bumps before and I was just like, wow, this is gonna be fun. I get to go to LA, like this is where all the famous people be at. So I was really excited. So we're on the plane and we flew to California, saw the family, Next day we decided to go to Santa Monica because we wanted to have like a little vacation before it was time to like, you know, actually be with the family and, you know, go to the banquet, the picnic, all of that. So we went to Santa Monica Pier and we rented a van. It was big old like little minivan and stuff. So we drove there and we met up with my cousin Kyla and two of her friends and we were just sitting there and it was fun. Then we walked over to the pier where we took this picture and we were looking at a blimp. It was a Minions blimp. In that moment of that picture, I was standing there looking at the blimp of the Minion and I turned around and my family was gone. And my family was gone. And if you've been to Santa Monica, you know that it's a lot of people, it's really crowded. It was a lot. So I turned around and it's this crowd of people down there just like standing there at different stuff. I was trying to make out the crowd because I knew my dad had on a red shirt. My middle sister had on like a lime green shirt and my other sister had on this black shirt. And so I was trying to find that big old red shirt of my dad in the crowd and he had a hat on. So I was like trying to find him and I was like, then I found that there were like over 100 people with red shirts on. If you've been to Santa Monica Pier, you know that at the top of the pier, and there's this Mexican food place. I ran in there and I literally stand and the lady's like, oh, how many for your reservation? And I was like, I lost my family and I was like crying and stuff because 2013, that was like 5 years ago. So I was like 11 and the lady was just like, oh my gosh, like where was the last time you saw them? And I was like, I was up here. And she was the only person in that restaurant who could actually speak some English. And so she was like, well, we have a phone right there, but I have to stand here and, you know, take the orders or whatever. And I was like, okay. So I ran back into the kitchen. She was still talking to me, but I could care less about anything else that she had to say because she couldn't help me. So I ran back into the kitchen. I was back there and I was not supposed to be back there. I said, my familia left me by myself. One of the guys stopped cooking. He came over and he was like, what? And I was like, I need to call my dad. He was like, oh, okay. Still could not speak any English, but I tried to like use my hand gestures. So he gave me the phone. He did not pick up. I forget that my dad doesn't really like to answer calls from other states if the number is not saved. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna try calling my mom. So I call my mom, she answers, and she gives the phone to my dad, like, because I guess she didn't know who it was. She was like, here, like, see who this is. So my dad takes the phone from my mom. He's like, hello, who is this? And I was like, guys, it's me. Turns out my mom answered because she knew that I was missing after turning around and like this big old crowd, like, where is Cece? So they answered the phone. My dad's like, oh, stay where you are, we're coming back to get you. So I didn't even care what they were saying. I started running out of the restaurant and they walked right past me and I missed them again because I decided to leave the restaurant instead of staying where I was. So eventually I met up with them. I got done crying. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. So then we met up with my cousin Kyla. We told her the story. She was cracking up. It was really, really funny. So then we sat down and ate some cheese fries. Kyla is walking by herself with her friends, and she comes back to us while we're eating our fries, and she's like, oh my gosh, guess who I just saw? We're like, who? Because like, it's California. You see anybody at the beach. And she was like, oh my gosh, I just saw Zendaya. And we're like, oh my gosh, shut up. Because we love watching Shake It Up, and we were like all like Disney Channel kids back then. And Symone, like, you know, she loved Trevor Jackson and stuff. So then we run back to her, and she wasn't in the same spot that she was in before. But then I spotted her because she was literally wearing a white tank top and white shorts. So I run over to her, and my sister's like, oh my gosh, who's gonna ask her to take a picture? And I was like, I'm not about to talk to her. And Simone was like, oh, I'm not about to ask her. Chanel was like, oh my gosh, somebody just asked her. So then Kyla went up, took her picture. I walk up to her, and I was like, hi, can we have a picture? She was like, oh sure, sweeties. And I was like, oh my gosh. My sister Simone takes her picture with her by herself, and then me and Chanel take our picture together because I was afraid to like take a picture by her, like just her. I had fun. Zendaya is a really, really nice person in person. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to become a king or a queen, and check out my previous videos because they are kind of lit, I think. I don't know. Check out my makeup Instagram, and also check out my main Instagram, and check out my Twitter. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.